Alrighty, we are on page 305, the last section of chapter 5. Let's open this up and open up the book rep master form. And it tells us to right click it and choose open. Alrighty. Then it tells us to right click the customer notes field and choose manage attachments. And they're actually not going to have you do anything here, but you can, if you double click on one or the other, it will open them. You can click once and then click on open. You can save the one that's selected, you can remove, you can add more, save all. They just want you to see what you can do with this box right here. Alrighty then. So next it says tap or click the form's next record button. So the whole form 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and we should see book rep 65. And then it says click on the sub form, that's this section here, until it gets to the 3rd customer. So 1, 2, 3. And notice I know I'm on the 3rd customer because it tells you right here I'm on the 3rd customer, and also I'm on 1, 2, 3, 3rd customer. And that's not that big of a deal, except, you know, if you have 500,000 customers, you'd make a lot of money, and also it would be a little bit harder to find somebody. Alrighty, so now it says close the form. On page 308, now what we're going to do will show us what depends on what, and it makes life a whole lot easier. So expand your navigation pane and click on the customer table. So we're going to slide up to the customer table. Now we're going to go to database tools and object dependency. So we're going to find out everything that depends on what's in the customer table. Object dependencies. Now objects that depend on me, as in the customer table. Me is the customer table. And you can see that the book rep table depends on it, and all of these queries, all of these forms, and all of those reports all depend on that customer table. There's something that it's interactive with or linked with. Now it says to close it. I just want y'all to see though, objects that depend on, that I depend on. So now you can see that the only thing that the customer table depends on is the book rep table. None of the queries, forms, or the reports are dependent. Does it depend on for its information? Just thought y'all would like that. Alright, then it says to go ahead and close the object dependencies. On page 309 it says create a query for the book rep table. So book rep table, create a query, and y'all should have this down. Query design, and we want to include the book rep table, say add, and we want to book rep number, last name, first name, start date, comment, and lastly sales goal. Alright, I will check that they are in that order. And then under the start date criteria, and y'all should have criteria down, greater than 5/15/2013. So it's looking for everybody that started after May the 15th in 2013. It also wants us to find everybody, so criteria in the comment. It also wants to find everybody that is fluent in something. So we're going to do a wild card because we don't care what comes before or after the word fluent. So wild card, fluent, wild card. We don't care what comes before or after. And fields are not case sensitive. Now, instead of doing run like we've done in the past, we're just going to hit view. And you see there is one person, Robert Chin, that is fluent in Japanese. Then we're going to go on page 311, and it wants us to go back to the design view. And notice we didn't save. And it wants us to erase the start date criteria. And it wants us to click on and the comment criteria. And it wants us to go to the sales goal. So sales goal. And we are going to type yes. Now, it does have a check mark, but check mark is yes and no check mark is no. And that's what the computer sees. Alright, so now it says view button again, so we're not running. And here we go, our sales goal for Melina. She's the only one with a sales goal. And we will close the query without saving results. So we're just going to close it. And no, we are not saving. And that is it. Alright, have a great time with your assignments. Let me know if you need help.